Hello everyone, I am Prajwal and today we are going to look at this problem Bhallaladeva. This problem is rated as easy on CodeChef and you require basics of sorting and prefix sums to solve this. So guys, if you haven't read the problem yet, go back and read it, try it out and then come back and see the solution. With this, let's begin. In this problem, we are given a king named Bhallaladeva. We are also given n houses in a city where ith house has ai gold plates. For example, the first house has A1 gold plates, the second has A2. Similarly, the nth house has AN gold plates. We are given that the cost of each gold plate is 1 nimda. Nimda is a currency that is used in this city. So, 1 gold plate is equal to 1 nimda. Now, the goal of the king is to loot all the houses. For this, he will first select a house that has not been looted yet and will buy all the gold plates. For example, let us say he chooses the second house. Then he will pay the owner A2 nimdas and buy all these gold plates. So the new amount of gold plates in the second house will become 0. After this, he will select at most k houses that have not been looted yet and will actually loot them. Basically, he will, without any payment, take all the gold plates from k houses, from at most k houses. He will repeat this process until all the n houses have been looted. In the problem, we are given q queries. In each query, we are given a value of k. That is the number of houses that he can choose to rob. The problem asks us to devise a strategy such that the king has to pay minimum number of nimdas. We have to output these nimdas in the final answer. In the constraint, we are given the number of houses as 1 to 10 to the power 5. Number of queries can be from 1 to 10 to the power 5. The number of houses that the king can rob is 0 to n minus 1. And the value of gold plates, the number of gold plates can be from 1 to 10 to the power 4. Moving on to the test case. In the first test case, we are given 4 houses, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The first house has 3 gold plates, the second has 2, third has 1 and 4 has 4 gold plates. Now in the first query, we are given k as 0. This means that the king has to go to every house and buy all the gold plates. Why? Because since the k is 0, he cannot choose any house to rob. So the only thing that he can do to get all the gold plates is to go to each house and buy all the gold plates. So the cost to him is 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 equals 10 as given in the output. In the second query, we are given k as 2. That means that he can select at most k houses, at most 2 houses to rob after paying some house. So let us say he goes to the third house and pays 1 nimda to acquire this gold plate. So we get this and our cost is 1. Now he can select at most 2 houses. So let us say that he selects 1 and 4. So these all gold plates are acquired by the king without paying anything. Hence, we do not add anything to our cost. To acquire the gold plates of the second house, he will go and just buy them. So our cost is 2. The final cost is the sum, which is equal to 3 as given in the output. Moving on to the solution. In this problem, we are given a sequence A1, A2 till A of n, where A of I represents the number of gold plate in the ith house. Our goal is to loot all these with the operations defined above. So let us say we first sort the sequence. So we get B1 less than equal to B2, similarly till B of n. Now it is pretty obvious to see that it is always optimal to choose the houses from which we buy at the start of the sequence, and we will loot all the houses that are present at the end. This is true because if we do not buy this house present in the beginning and which is unlooted, we have to loot this. To loot this, we have to buy something that is present after this sequence, after B1, which will incur us the more cost. Our goal is to minimize the total cost. Hence, we need to choose a prefix of this sequence and we have to loot all the other houses. For example, let us say that we have a sequence B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. And let us say K is given to us as 2. That means that we can loot 2 houses. So it is optimal to buy B1. Hence our cost is B1 now. And we will loot the last 2 houses that are not looted yet, B4 and B5. So the cost is 0 for us. Now we will go to house 2 and we will buy these B2. So our cost increases by B2. We will loot B3 because it is the only house left. Now we can see that we have looted all the houses and our cost is B1 plus B2. But if we have not followed this strategy and chosen any other house, then our cost would have increased, so which would not have been optimal. The time complexity of this solution is Q into N, because for each K we have to iterate the array and we are given Q queries. Q and N are both 10 to the power 5, hence this will give you TLE. Now we will try to optimize the above solution. So we are given a sequence A1 till AN and we are given a K. So the thing to notice is that when we buy a house, we actually loot K plus 1 houses. So with cost of 1 house, we are actually looting K plus 1 houses. So to loot all the N houses, we need to buy N upon K plus 1 houses and we will take the ceil value of this. So the total cost incurred to us is N upon K plus 1 houses. Now it is always better to choose the first these many houses. Let us call this as C. So if we are given a sorted sequence B1 less than equal to B2, then it is always better to choose the first C houses and then all the other houses can be looted using these. Now to calculate the sum of first C values, we will use a technique called as prefix sums. We create an array called prefix where prefix of I is the sum of elements from 0 to I. So this is A0 dot 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 plus AI. We can create this using a single pass from start to end. The time complexity of this solution is order of n log n plus q. N log n is needed to sort the array A into this sequence and q is needed because we can calculate C in order 1 and prefix of I will act as a lookup table. The space complexity is order of n. We need this much space to store the initial array as well as this prefix array. Moving on to the code, first we process the input, then we sort the given array and create the prefix array. This is calculated as error I plus equals error I minus 1. Then we input the queries, we get the value of k and calculate the number of house that we need to buy. This can be calculated as n upon k plus 1 and we will ceil the value. To ceil the value, let us say that we divide by any number t. Then we just add t minus 1 into the numerator. You can also do this by converting n into double first and then dividing it by k plus 1. That will also work. Then we output the final cost, that is ARR need minus 1. So guys, this is pretty much the whole code. Try to code it yourself and if you face an issue, then come back and see it again. So guys, I hope you understood the problem clearly. If you have any questions, drop a comment in the comment section, like the video and don't forget to subscribe to get our latest updates from CodeChef. Thank you and goodbye.